good, motherfucker. That shit's still rolling.
What's good, y'all? It's J Activist. We on Number 9 TV. Let's get into it.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. Yeah. Life gon' get way harder, knowing that I had to chill and be way smarter. I got some homies, we go way back like that.
First question, where you from? I'm from Henry County, Georgia, south side of Atlanta. My mom, she moved around a lot as a kid, so she said, she gonna raise all the kids in one house, so, that's how I resided, type of thing. So. Alright, next question. How old was I when I figured out that I wanted to make music? I was probably around 13, 14. I was in 7th grade. I was actually in class, that's the funny part. I was in school and I figured out I wanted to make music. But yeah, we had this project. It was when me and one of my partners named Cameron. We had this project and we can present it how we wanted to do it, type of thing. So before that, I ain't never thought about rapping and doing music, none of that. I was just straight hooping. Hooping was my thing, so basically decided to write a verse for the project. So you can basically write a verse as long as you explain the information in a way to everybody can understand it, you can do it, type of thing. So I wrote a verse for it and everything, and then it's I rapped it in front of the class, and then everybody was like, oh, this hard, I got a standing ovation and everything. So I'm like, hold on, that feeling kind of good. So it was ever since then I was chasing that feeling, 13, 14. So it was even the next day I went home and I just started writing raps. I'm like, hold on, I really enjoy this. So that's really how I got into it. Next question. How did my first song come about? So my first song came about, I was probably 7th, 8th grade. I didn't really know where to find beats or anything, so what I really did, them little apps like Rap Chat, Speezy, them little apps you can rap on, type of thing. So I downloaded one of them apps and you can basically pick out a beat and you can just record your own song. So all those little raps I was writing from after I did that project, all them little raps, I just start writing them down. I started laying it on a beat and everything, and that's how my first song came about. That was just on my phone though. My first song in the studio, that came later on, probably 9th grade. So that time I'm turning 15. Yeah, I was probably 15. I was at my dad's house. I was using his Mac because his Mac had GarageBand on it, and basically from then I just kind of played around with it, and I saw some studio equipment on Amazon for $50. So I asked my dad, I was like, can I get the studio equipment? And he was like, cool. So I ordered it, probably came in the next couple of days. So the next week I went over there, I tried to plug everything in. I'm like, hold on, nothing worked. I hadn't looked up no YouTube video on how to plug everything in, and turns out I was missing a piece, so everything just kept getting delayed. So finally, in the next week, I got the extra piece. I plugged it in, I just kept plugging shit in, playing around with everything, and then finally everything was hooked up, and then I got my first song made, and then I just kept working after that. Next question. So how did the name J Activist come about? So I had difficulty trying to find a rap name that really fit me, because my first rap name was JL. It was Jayel, and then my initials is JL, so it was kind of a word, spin on words type of thing. So I went with that for a while. I was on SoundCloud with that, but then I was looking to put my music on Apple Music and Spotify and everything, and I saw somebody already had that name, so I'm like, okay, I gotta come up with something unique, but it's also familiar that people could just say, type of thing. So I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, I definitely want J in my name. So I'm like, what could go with J? So then, I don't know, I'm just going through a list of things I can pair with J, and then Activist came along, so I'm like, okay, J the Activist. I'm like, let me go with J the Activist. And then I told my brother, I was like, alright, how J the Activist sound? He was like, what's the "the" for? So I'm like, I don't know, it just sounded good. He was like, nah, just make it J Activist. So yeah, I was just like, J Activist, that's gonna be my name. So then, I had to proofread it type shit. So, I went on Apple Music, Spotify, no J Activist nowhere. I also said it too. I said, you going to that new J Activist concert? Oh, you heard that new J Activist song? I was just doing little things so that, to see if the name stuck, and it did. So that's how I came up with my name. Next question. So how would I describe my music? I would describe my music in a way, I'm like a melodic hybrid type of artist. I don't really fit all the way into one category. if you would say that. Like when I started out, like when I first started writing music, you know, I was more focused on, you know, just the lyrics. But that was also a good thing because I was getting my pen game right type of thing. But then once I came like to high school and everything, it was just kind of, you know, folks was kind of looking over it like, it was like, it's cool. But, like they wasn't really messing with it for real. So probably that summer going into senior year, that's when I really got in grind mode. Like I really sat in the studio for hours. Like I really put hours into it, like trying to develop my sound. Like folks may, you know, like look at me on the surface and be like, oh, you talented, you hard type of thing, but like it really took hours to get to that point. So around that same time is when I was also getting my engineering better type of thing. Like I was buying new plugins, I got auto-tune, like, you know, I was just building on what I had. So once I got my new plugins and everything, and I got the auto-tune and everything, I learned how to put it in key. So basically each beat is gonna have a different key and everybody sings in different keys, so I had to like kind of learn that knowledge when I first got it. So once I learned how to put things in key, that's when I started playing with my voice, because when I listen to my older music, I only rap in one tone, so I'm like, hold on, like I gotta figure out tones and I gotta figure out melodies. So that's when I really dove in and just start playing with my voice, and then that's when I just went from just somebody who got good lyrics to somebody who got a good delivery and sound good and everything. So I would describe my music as just a well-rounded artist, because I can tap into different genres. Like I love to tap into R&B, you know, I can rap like the dance hall beats, like you name it, like I'm a hop on it. So describe my music making process. So basically, when I get into the studio, I basically hear the beat, I fill out the beat, I load it in the Logic Pro, and then I just kind of hum out the beat. So I might hum for 10 seconds, I might hum for 30 seconds, or I might hum for the whole beat. And basically through that humming and freestyling, that's when I'm figuring out my melody and how I want to approach the beat. And then I just kind of go back in and I fill in the words. What I used to do before I got more advanced, I would just write my songs and then find the beat. But that takes hours, because you got to find the right flow for the right beat. Like that just took too long. So that's why I kind of just did it in reverse. Find the beat and then find, you know, my melodies and then do the words later. Because basically I feel like when you hum out or find a melody, you're really feeling it first. So that way, when the words come out, you really feel the words, because you feel from what you hear type of thing. So that would be my creative process. Artists that inspire me the most, I gotta go definitely J. Cole. Definitely my favorite artist thus far. Just overall, like just the way he rap.
Damn. Whooping my dad.
He rap.
Hi, Jacob.
What's good with you?
Everything I understand is making content.
You fine. I'm gonna hit you back in a little bit. I'm in the middle of an interview.
Why you pick up the phone when you in an interview?
Because it was ringing.
Okay.
See, we got the cameras rolling and everything. Like, bye. I'm gonna hit you back in a little bit.
Wait.
Probably in the next 30, 45 hours.
Okay.
Alright. What was the question again? Oh, inspiring artists. So best artists that inspire me, definitely J. Cole. You know, great lyricist, good sound, strong delivery. I would also say Bryson Tiller. I just like the way like he approached music in general. Tory Lanez definitely too. Like I didn't get into Tory Lanez until like probably like last year, just out of curiosity, because like I ain't cared to listen to his music before. But yeah, like I really got into it. I was like, dang, like I could really pick up some tips from that. Definitely Smino too. Smino and Saba. Black, Jid, Earth Gang. Definitely them. Lil Baby, Young Thug, a lot of Thug too. Like I get a lot of inspiration from Thug. Cause like Thug, he started a whole nother wave, whole nother sound. So I'm like, hold on. Like I was just listening to his last album, Pump, And like everybody was like, that album was alright, it was straight, it wasn't better than So Much Fun. Man, that album was on repeat. Like, I had that on repeat because it's just like, I like how he approached it. Like he chill, but it's also like vibey at the same time. So, but yeah, I had to go like top 3 that inspire me. Like not top 3 overall, but top 3 that inspire me. I gotta go Cole, Thug, and probably like Tory Lanez. Who is my top 5 artists overall? I gotta go Cole at number 1, Kendrick at number 2. I think Kendrick the better rapper, but like Cole just, I connect with Cole music more. So Cole number 1, Kendrick number 2, definitely Drake number 3. I gotta go Young Thug number 4. And I gotta go 21 Savage number 5. Like they all hit type of thing. So the next question, what would I change about the music industry? Basically, if I had a magic wand and I could just go in and change the music industry, I'll basically change the fact that talent should be at the forefront type of thing. Like, I ain't hating on nobody type of thing, because, you know, people feed their family, you know, yada yada yada, but like, I feel like there's so much talent that goes overlooked, or so much talent that's pushed the wrong way type of thing. Like, there's so many people at the top of the game, and that's pushed, and that's all on the radio, but like they cool, but like they not like talented. Like, you don't hear them and be like, whoa, like, hold on, I really love this song, or like, that song hard type of thing. So I do feel like it's kind of changing that way with TikTok, and how, you know, like, more talented artists are getting seen because the algorithm pushes it out to the people type of thing. So, but yeah, that's one thing I could change. I wish like talent was pushed to the forefront. Like, and it doesn't even mean talent as far as they can write a really good song or they sound like this. It just means like overall, like, they got the full package. Because I know there's so many dozens of people that got the full package, but they just haven't been discovered yet. So that's really how I feel about it. Next question, what would I say to my haters and to my fans? To my fans, I gotta say, like, I love y'all, especially like the ones that might buy my merch, the ones that's at my shows, the ones that's reposting, the ones that's making videos. Like, them, like, in the next 4-5 years, when I have like concert tickets, I got y'all. Like, I really got y'all on me. To my haters, I just want to say thank you, because like, that pushes me to go even harder. Like, say I put out a song and it's this type of vibe, I'm like, they hating on it type of things. I'm like, hold on, I can make a song with that vibe, but I can make it 10 times better. I wasn't even trying for real type of thing. So like, they just pushed me to like step out my comfort zone and go even harder with it. So yeah, that's all I gotta say.
So what would you say your hobbies outside of music is?
I say my hobbies outside of music, definitely basketball. Basketball is my first love. I go hoop in the gym. I'll go dunk on you right now type of thing. Like let's go hoop. I would also say like traveling. Some people would say I travel half the world. I only really been a couple places, but yeah, I've been some places internationally, like Switzerland, Spain type of thing. I love traveling, like seeing different cultures, seeing different people. Like, I ain't really traveled since COVID, but hey, I'm gonna get back one day. And then I would definitely say, when my social media is not in the gutter and I feel like talking to people, I definitely love talking to people type of thing, like getting to know people, you know, just networking as a whole. Like, especially with like, I'm going to like open mics and stuff like that, or I'm just on campus. Like, I love like talking to people, getting to know them, seeing how we can help each other, like that type of thing. Like, that's what I'm focused on. So yeah, that's what I would say my hobbies outside of music. And then I just like, you know, just hanging out type of thing, going out with friends. May go bowling, go play basketball, go to the city, try new places to eat too. Like, Atlanta got dozens of places. Like, Atlanta just got everything. You got music, you got food. Like, I think Atlanta got a beach somewhere. Atlanta got a beach. I heard Atlanta got a beach, but yeah, like just going to Atlanta type of thing. Like, yeah, them definitely my hobbies. Do you think you can cry underwater? Anyway, next question. Do I think of myself as spiritual? So, definitely like, I definitely meditate every day. I wasn't always meditating every day. I used to just do it periodically to clear my mind type of thing. But now I just added it in the routine because I see like it's really beneficial and like helping me relax and anxiety and stuff like that. So I definitely meditate every day. See, I got on my crystals type of thing. I definitely try to pray more too. Overall, I feel like religion and spirituality as a whole, I feel like it can be really beneficial. Like, because a lot of it just has the basic rules of life. Like, Christianity and like the 10 Commandments, like it's just basic rules of life. Like, don't murder, don't steal. Like, those are basic, harmless things, like lessons, like type of thing. So a lot of people may bash religion or bash this or bash that, but I'm like, just teaching you how to be a good person. Like, now when people dive into it and, you know, like try to use fear to scare people into doing it, then that's when I'm like, okay, maybe you doing a little too much. But other than that, I feel like it can be a great thing for anybody type of thing. But yeah, I definitely consider myself spiritual. Not really as much religious anymore type of thing, just because of the things I've seen and stuff like that. But yeah. Alright, next question. So what are some things I can't live without? Number one thing, I definitely gotta say like apples and apple juice. Like, I love anything to do with apples. I love apple pie. I love apple juice. Anything to do with apple. I love apple products. Like, anything to do with apple, especially the fruit. Like, can't live without. Music too. Music it keeps me going type of thing. Like, if I'm driving, if I'm laying down, if I'm chilling, if I'm at a party, music, definitely music. Those are really the main things. I can't really like think of nothing crazy. Like, I can't live without type things. Next question. So who are some artists I look forward to collabing to in the future? In the near future, like, you know, the next couple years, definitely Jid, Earth Gang, Boss, really anybody from Dreamville. Also Smino, Saba, who else? 3X Bravo, Lil Easy, and then, you know, like in the future, you know, 3 to 10 years type of thing. Definitely Lil Baby, Gunna, Cole, Thug. I want to tap in with everybody type of thing. Like, I want to be one of them artists that you can like look back and say like, dang, like they took everybody's song. He took everybody's song with them features, like featured crazy, like type of person. Definitely Kendrick Lamar. Who else out there? 21. You know, everybody from Atlanta. If you from Atlanta and you popping type of thing, I want to work with them type of thing. Like, that's a given. Also, like artists you wouldn't really expect me to want to work with. I would definitely say Adele. Definitely one day. Cause like, who gets an Adele feature? Jada just gets time. I would also say Taylor Swift too. Taylor Swift hard. She be snapping. For the most part, that's really about it. I also wanna work with Chronix too. He a artist from Jamaica. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as artists I wanna work with. Yeah.
Alright, so before we end this interview off, what's one thing you'll want the world to know about J Activist?
Sure. The one thing I want folks to know is that my work ethic is gonna take me places type of thing. Like, I'm coming. Like, it may take a little time, it may not be overnight, but I'm coming type of thing. Like, folks on the surface, like I was saying earlier, they don't see the behind the scenes work that I put in. When I say I put in hours, like, this is one of them like 10,000 hours type of crafts that you really got to put in work. And that's not even just rapping or you know, just being in the studio, that's like studying the game too. Like, I study folks, like I study everybody. I don't care who you are. If you in the industry, I'm studying you, like type of thing. Like, I'm watching how you perform. I'm listening to your music. I'm listening to how you say this, how you put this with that. I'm listening to how your features sound on songs, like if they sound like they were sent in or they sound like y'all recorded it together. Like, I pay attention to every little single thing. Like, I pay attention to how they interact with the media, because like I even have to ask myself some questions. Do I want to be somebody that's super out there in the media? I'm in the news. I'm on Say Cheese and World Star every other week, or do I want to be kind of laid back into myself? You know, let folks know what I want them to know, type of thing. So, yeah, just basically the work ethic that goes into it, just the overall thing. So, yeah, that's one thing I want folks to know.